Schubert's famous and ever popular G-flat impromptu from the first set. Now, he wrote this the year before he died in 1827. He died in 1828. These were written in 1827 and not published until later. It was first published in the key of G major because the publisher thought that the public wouldn't buy it if it were all these flats. It's actually G flat major, which gives us 6 flats. And maybe it makes it a little harder to read to start with, but much easier to play with a whole bunch of black notes, because if you think about it, if I'm using all the black keys, my hands are so comfortable across the keyboard. If I'm playing on all the white keys, I feel like I'm a bit more scrunched up. So the more black notes there are in a piece of piano music, the easier it is to play. May present reading challenges, but that's another thing. Let's look at a few things. Andante. Whenever we see andante as an instruction, it means moving. Go, don't sit too much. The time signature is weird. We've got 2 cut time signatures in a row, C with a line through, which tells us 2-2. So here we've got 4-2 effectively. 4 half notes in a bar, 4 minims in a bar. Why write it that way? He could have written it as double time and just put 4-4 instead of 4-2. Who knows? My feeling is that this gives it a little bit more breadth, just by association of not so fast notes. So we do have 4 in a bar, but they're broad 4, and yet they're still moving. So that's the challenge, is not to play it too slowly, not to play it too fast. Okay, now with Schubert's music, we've got kind of 2 poles. We've either got the romantic approach to Schubert, which some people like, or we've got the classical approach to Schubert. And I think the zeitgeist now is more classical, which means what? It means less pulling it around in terms of rubato, generally. It means playing it a bit straighter from that point of view, being perhaps a little bit less free with it and more strict. But you've got to make your decision where you fit on those 2 extremes. You probably don't want to be too extreme. You probably want to find some happy middle ground there.